Welcome, everybody, to another week of Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report. It is your commissioner, Evan Creel, and Coco. I mean, you let them know. You let them know, girl. All right. We're going to go ahead and get this show moving right into it and get that co-host up here. This week's main co-host, is Miss Pamela K. Creel, the Angels GM. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you doing? Hey, Coco.
I just got off work, so I was rushing. I didn't get a banner this week, so sorry about that, everybody. I just got home literally at 7:07. I was taking a crap whenever I sent out the invite for everybody to get on. So,
well, your co-commissioner's still at work, so.
Well, yep. It's one of them weeks, guys. I was almost stuck at work too, so I was lucky to be here. Happy to be here. Big week 5, lots of upsets. Both the number 1 and the number 2 team got dropped out of the number 1 and number 2 spot. They are now number 4 and number 5. And number 2 team is the highest scoring team in the league. Number 3 team is the second highest scoring team in the league now. That is the Hendricks Mafia and the Legend Killers, Josh Lindsay and Mr. Brandon Green. So lots of craziness going on this weekend. We'll get into it with that first game, which was the game of the week. Or sorry,
somebody's got to do something about Crush.
Yeah. I don't think this was the game of the week. I think this was the second game of the week. Game of the week was between Orange Crush and Sin Eaters because they were both 3-1 teams. Mm-hmm. Legend Killers come out on top over Hammerheads this week. Yep. This past week, 214.16 to 193.16. This was a
21 points difference.
21-point difference. In favor of the Legend Killers in this one.
Yeah.
He moves up from, I think, number 5 to number 3. So, great game for him. We'll get into the top scorers for Legend Killers, which was none other than Devonna Chain, George Kittle, who put up 27.70. Devonna Chain put up 21.50. And CJ Stroud put up 16.16. On the defensive side of the ball, Max Crosby put up 20.50. Dre Greenlaw put up 16. And Cole Holcomb put up 12.50. On the Hammerhead side, the offense was led by A.J. Brown, who put up 18.70. Drake London put up 14.68, and A.J. Dillon put up 13.60. Ooh, rough offensive week for the Hammerheads.
Yes.
On the defensive side, Trey Hendrickson put up 21 points. Justin Blackman put up 12.5 points. And Terrell Bernard put up 12 points. Player of the game, I would have to say, would be Mr. George Kittle, who put up the 27.70 points, which was well over his projection of 10.18 points. So big win for Legend Killers, and it was crazy because this wasn't even one of his higher scoring weeks. This was one of his lower scoring weeks this year, and he still pulled out a nice victory of 21 points over the Hammerheads, who were in first place that week. Hammerheads drops from first place to third place, and they will look to get back in the winning column in week 6. Yeah, rough offensive week for Hammerheads. I was just looking at that. That's I can't say nothing. I got my ass whooped too. So, second game of the week was my game versus the Crimson Elephants, and I got manhandled by the Crimson Elephants, 235.02 to 176.50. This was a
76.50 was the 58.52.
58.52-point win margin for the Crimson Elephants. Manhandled me. Just put me through the ringer. I really couldn't.
My week, so.
I really couldn't catch up on Sunday with Amon Ra St. Brown sitting out, and a couple other of my offensive players not doing anything. It kind of hit me hard. James Conner got injured. I had to go out and grab the running back. Cortland Sutton put up his first game under 10 points all season long. Just rough week for me all the way around, honestly. We'll get into the top scores for Crimson Elephants, which was none other than George Pickens, who put up 26.60. Tua Tagovailoa put up 20.92, and David Montgomery put up 20.90. On the defensive side, it was led by none other than Jason Pinnock, who put up 31.20 points. Pittsburgh defense put up 22 points, and Jerome Baker put up 12 points. On the losing side, Dragons was led by Adam Thielen, who put up 27.70 points, Sam Laporta, who put up 19.70 points, and Trevor Lawrence, who put up 17.70 points. The defense was led by the Miami Dolphins defense, who put up 14 points. That's not Josh Allen. That's Jonathan Allen, who put up 11.50 points, and Kazir White, who put up 11 points. Player of the game was none other than Jason Pinnock, who put up 31.20 points.
30.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and bring up this old other co-host that just pulled up in, Mr. John Creel, the co-commissioner. How you doing today?
We're not doing a drive while we're on the phone.
Do what?
We're not driving while we're on the phone.
Yeah, I am.
Did you see his
So, do what now?
John, your quarterback?
What about my quarterback?
The one on the bench?
Yeah, he sucks.
No. Okay, yeah, sure. He made 40 points.
No, that's not a quarterback. My 40 point person was the running back that I had sitting there. The 29 points was the quarterback that I had up there. So my quarterback situation blows.
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I was going to pick on Evan about that. I'm looking at the wrong team.
Yeah, it was me.
Still won with that on the bench.
You did what?
Elephant still won with that on the bench.
Yeah, Justin Fields for Crimson Elephants put up 40.98 points on the bench, and he still slaughtered me by 50-plus points. Like, yeah, it was a rough week for me.
Yeah.
You want what?
Welcome to the club, man.
Yeah, it was crazy. But, hey, I take that loss, man. Sean put it on me, and congrats to him. If it had to be anybody, I'm glad it's a past champion, especially one that the damn trophy's named after.
Everybody say goodnight to Kaylee. Everybody say goodnight to Kaylee.
Night, Kaylee.
Good night.
Bye.
Well, we'll get into the third game of the week, which was none other than the Orange Crush facing off against the Sin Eaters, and this was the game of the week. And Orange Crush come out with the victory, 239.36 to 221.34. This was a... Oh, she's doing something. I'll give her a second.
Yeah, that or you're going to beat your fingers off.
Yeah, for real. Did she freeze?
I don't know. I think so.
Looked like she froze. We'll give her a second to come back. If I'm calculating, there she is. She's not frozen anymore. Here we go. This was the Orange Crush facing the Sin Eaters. Orange Crush came out with the victory, 239.36 to 21.34. This was a 18.2 point win victory for Jeff, who thought he lost going into Monday Night Football. We
Yeah,
all
we heard a
thought
lot
so
of noise
too,
about
with
that.
as many players as Ben had compared to Jeff. But it's never over till it's over, Jeff, and that goes for everybody in the league. It's not over till it's now. With me, on the other hand, I didn't have nobody playing Monday night. It was over. It was over. When I told Sean good game on Sunday, bitch, it was over. All right, like I had 176 and I wasn't going up any higher. All right, like that's a different story. But if you got players on that are playing, never count yourself out. As we talk about this, we'll go into the top scorers for the Orange Crush. Travis Etienne Jr. put up 36.40 points. DeAndre Hopkins put up 22 points. And Puka Nacua put up 20.10 points. On the defense, they were led by none other than the 49ers defense, who put up 21 points. I believe that's Justin Reed, but I'm going to check the name. Yes, it is Justin Reed, who put up 12.50 points. And then Jordan Hicks put up 9 points. On the losing side for the Sin Eaters, Jamar Chase put up 52.20 points. I got another guest. Let me get this man up here. It's the Kush Crusher GM.
Nah, it's Sir Ditchweed.
Sir Ditchweed.
Only winners can be Kush.
Only whiskey. Sir Seeds a lot.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, let me go back. I'm going to change it to Seeds and Stems.
Yes, Seeds and Stems. All right. The top scorers for the Seniors was Jamar Chase, who put up that 52.20.
Woo, we got some feedback.
Everybody okay?
Feedback?
I'm good. I just got a little feedback.
Okay, must have been me, sir.
All right, the next leading scorer for Senators was the Dallas Goddard, who put up 25.70, and Patrick Mahomes put up 23.24. On the defensive side, they were led by T.J. Watt, who put up 21.80. Marcus Bryant put up 11.50. Miles Bryant put up 11.50. And Cameron Bynum put up 8.50. Player of the game was none other than the San Francisco defense, who put up 21 points. And I got another co-host coming in.
Yeah, but this is my
Oh, bro, I'm working, bro. I gotta make
I'm going to leave now. That's the second place team. I'm out of here. Third
Oh,
place
you're on. You at work?
I was just saying, hey guys, I gotta go later.
All right, I'm gonna mute that one. That one's backstage. Oh, okay, he's on backstage. All right, what's up?
You went backstage, bro.
Man, why am I here?
Oh, here we go again. Didn't this happen one time before?
I'm right here. I got the comment section up. Private chat. What's up? Working, just watching. At 10-4. All right.
The greatest host in the world. He just drops everybody, all his guests. He's like, deuces, y'all got it from
No, Ben back down.
Do it yourself.
All right. Did we do play the game for the last one? I think we did.
Okay, go
Yeah, it
ahead.
was Jason Pinnock. Jason Pinnock, who put up 31.20. All right. Next game, I believe, was the Hendricks Mafia versus the Bucks Life. And Hendricks Mafia pulled off the victory 246.16 to 202.88. This was a
43.28.
43.18 what? It ain't 8. It's 246.16 to 202.88. 43.72. 62, something like that. Yeah. It definitely don't end in 8 when 8 minus 6. Or 6
I
minus
was also right back.
You're right. I went backwards. You're right. Because 8 plus 8 is 16. You were right. I went backwards. I was looking at the wrong numbers. All right. Leading scores for Hendrix Mafia was DJ Moore, who put up 49 points. Josh Allen put up 31.76 points. And Josh Jacobs put up 19.90 points. The defense was led by none other than Aiden Hutchinson, who put up 20.60 points. Brian Burns put up 10.50 points. And Roquan Smith and Jalen Thompson put up 10 points. On the Bucks side, they were led by none other than Gabe Davis, who put up 22 points. Matt Stafford put up 20.88 points. And Calvin Ridley put up 20.60 points.
Don't tell
the defense was led by none other than the Cincinnati Bengals defense, who put up 23 points. Quinnen Williams put up 23 points. And Andrew Van Winkle put up 11 points. Player of the game, none other than Aiden Hutchinson, who put up 20.60 points, well over his projection of 8.30. So huge win for Hendrix Mafia. That pushes him up to the number 3 spot? 2 spot.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah.
I think I might have to go ahead and bow out because my phone's down to 14%. I'm getting a bunch of feedback. So,
all right, man. Well, I hope I see you again when you get home.
All right.
Later, brother.
I'll have his computer ready.
All right, we'll get back to Hammerheads later in the show. She's on his way home. We'll get into that next game, which is the Angels versus the Los Matos. Angels gets the victory 177.52 to 169.92. This was a 7.6 point win margin for the Angels. This was the lowest point win margin of the league. And it was the lowest scoring game between two teams of the week as well. And Angels were led by none other than Jalen Hurts, who put up 29.32 points. Cooper Kupp put up 19.80 points in his first game back. And Antonio Gibson put up 10.40 points. On the defense side, they were led by Ernest Jones, who put up 21.50 points. Green Bay Packers defense put up 11 points. And Patrick Green put up 8 points. Los Matos was led by Tyreek Hill, who put up 32.10 points. It got really rough after that. Brandon Ayuk put up 9.80 points, and Damian Pierce put up 9.20 points. On the defensive side was led by none other than Jermaine Pratt, who put up 19.50 points. C.J. Mosley, who put up 16.50 points. And T.J. Edwards, who put up 11.50 points. Player of the game goes to Jalen Hurts. Sorry. It goes to Cooper. No. Damn. Ernest Jones. Player of the game is Ernest Jones, who put up 21.50, who put up well over his projection of 7.16. 16 plus 16 plus 16 is 48. So he tripled his projection. Over his projection. And all the points that are on the bench. On both teams. Wow. We'll get into the next game, which was the last game of the week. The Cush Crushers facing off against Thad Castle's team.
How the hell do I always end up
joining the show before my game or right after my game is talked about. I thought we already passed this, bro.
No, your game was the last game of the week. Because we go by the records from last week. And yeah, you were the highest. You were the highest ranked in that match, but now you're the lower ranked after the game.
Yeah, I'm in 11th or 12th. I don't know. I'm tied for last. Who knows?
Yeah, you're tied with Chris for last.
Oh, great. We got a game this week for last place.
For who will keep last place? That's funny. That Castle's team pulled off the victory 255.94 to 192.76. This was a 53-point win margin. This was the second highest win margin of the week. The first one was Crimson Elephant beating my ass, and forgot to mention that. Sorry about that.
They must have adjusted the points after I looked at them.
Yeah, they do it every Thursday. That's why we don't do the show on Thursday.
Oh, see, I
Remember?
thought they were doing it on Wednesday. They pushed it back again. I get
No,
you.
it's always Thursday, man. Thursday morning when you wake up, all the scores going to be right because Thursday night football.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. This is what we've been doing for 3 years now, because of the fact that we changed the defensive points. And now ever since we did that, we've been having that Yahoo issue for 3 years.
I misunderstood that because I thought it came in Wednesday afternoon or Wednesday morning, and then that's
No, it's Wednesday night at 3 a.m., Thursday morning at 12 a.m. in California time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. All right, well, the leading scorers for Thad's Castle's team was Bryce Hall, who put up 28.40 points. Travis Kelsey put up 22.70 points. And McLaughlin, I believe it's Jared McLaughlin, or no, Jaleel McLaughlin, who put up 17.90 points. On the defensive side was led by Fred Warner, who put up 25.70 points.
Yeah.
Bobby O'Keefe put up 15.70 points. And who is this Jacob guy? Jerry Jacobs put up 12.10 points. On the Cook Crusher side, the leading scorer was none other than Stephon Diggs, who put up 25.10 points. Kirk Cousins, who put up 23.86. And Alvin Kamara in his second game back, who put up 18.7 points. The defense was led by Ed Oliver, who put up 24 points. Nicholas Morrow, who put up 11 points. And Kyle Hamilton, who put up 9 points.
Morrow and Oliver, I'm pretty sure I picked up last week on the waiver.
Damn, that's crazy. Player of the game, Mr. Fred Warner, who put up 25.7 points, which was well over his projection of 8.96.
Yeah, it was. Oh, God.
Could have went to Bryce Hall as well because he put up 28.40, which was well over his projection of 10.26.
Dude went
But
off,
I like to
bro.
go defense because defense putting up 20-something fucking points over a projection that didn't even reach 10 is just awesome.
Whenever I seen Brees go off, dude, all I could think about was that was his comeback game for me. He was like, "Oh, we're playing Kush Crushers this week. He had me last year. He didn't want to keep me. Bet, boom."
And he would have been a second-round keeper, so I don't blame you for not keeping him, honestly. Second round's tough, especially him coming back from that injury.
Right. Kamara's proved so far to be a good draft pick. So
yeah. All right, well, we'll get into the Week 6 matchups. We'll start off with the number 1 Orange Crush facing against the number 10 Angels. What's up?
I said I'm gonna have to get off of here real quick.
Oh,
I just got done with work, so I had to stay after. But I'm gonna try to hop on whenever. If you guys are still on, I'll try to hop on whenever I get home.
All right, brother.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you later.
All right, and they're down to 2 again.
He's close.
What's up? Oh, John's close? Okay, cool. Well, we'll get into the Week 6 matchups. The number 1 Orange Crush facing off against the number 10 Angels. I know Angels is hoping to be the second upset against Orange Crush this year. As of right now, she's predicted to win, but I'm pretty sure Jeff hasn't went in and changed his lineups yet. I haven't even looked. Let me see. Carl, Olave, Samuel, Mostert, Etienne, Komet. I mean, looks like he pretty much does have his lineup set. So, unless he's going to put Mike Evans and Saquon Barkley in, but I don't know. We'll see how this goes. We'll get to the second game, which is game of the week. And this is the game of the week because it is the 2 highest scoring teams in the league right now facing off against each other. Plus, it's the number 2 facing off against the number 3. Number 2, Hendrix Mafia, is facing off against the number 3, Legend Killers. These are, like I said, these are the 2 highest scoring teams in the league. And they're right there ranked 2 and 3. So it's going to be a hell of a matchup between these two. Can't wait to see how this matchup turns out. Next game is the number 4 Hammerheads facing off against the number 7 Crimson Elephants. Crimson Elephants are looking to keep that win streak moving on, while Hammerheads are looking to get back into the win column. The next game is the number 5 Dragons facing off against the number 6 Sin Eaters. And both of these teams are looking to get back into the win column.
Mm-hmm.
The number 8 Thad Castles team is facing off against the number 9 Los Patos. Thad Castles team is looking to keep their winning streak moving, while Los Patos is looking to get back into the winning column after the tough loss against the Angels in week 5. And last but not least is, as Miller said earlier, the battle of the last place teams, the battle of the 1 and 4 teams. The number 11 Kush Crushers facing off against the number 12 Bucks Life. Both of these teams are looking to get into the win column after tough losses last week.
I'm trying to get
That's crazy. I think Chris is on like a friggin' 4-game losing streak. I'm going to go look at that real quick.
4-game losing streak?
Yeah.
Shit.
Chris is on a 3-game losing streak. Sorry. So he lost week 1, won week 2, and then he's lost the rest straight out. Whereas Kush Crushers is on a 2-game losing streak. The number 10 Angels is on a 1-game winning streak. The number 7 Crimson Elephants is on a 2-game winning streak. The number 4 Hammerheads is on a 1-game losing streak. The number 1 Orange Crush is on a 1-game winning streak. The number 9 Los Patos is on a 1-game losing streak. The number 8 Thad Castles team is on a 1-game winning streak. The number 6 Sin Eaters is on a 2-game losing streak, and I'm hoping to make it 3.
Uh-huh.
And he's probably like, oh no, right there with everybody at the bar. And the number 5 Dragons is on a 1-game losing streak. The number 3 Legend Killers is on a 2-game winning streak. And the number 2 Hendrix Mafia is also on a 2-game winning streak. So they're facing off against each other. And it's going to be who's going to keep the winning streak moving and who's going to keep the winning points up there. The number 2 team, Hendrix Mafia, has the most points in the league with 1,209.58 points, where the Legend Killers has 1,179.96 points. So even Hendrix is up by a couple points.
My little self is down at 980. Come on.
I should have just stayed on, bro. I don't know what I was thinking. It's like I got to drive home. Why not talk on the way home?
Well, you are facing off against Chris this week, man. How you feel? You're both 1 and 4.
I mean, with him sharing the same record as me, that's new because every time we faced off before, he's always been in the top 3 or 4, and he's usually had my number. So
Well, he's
I'm not a whole. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
I'm not 100% sold on this victory. However, I will say that I can't get too upset with the team last week because, obviously I had some key players on my bye, and I think that had a huge impact on how last week's turnout will be. And I'm confident that Kamara, with his play, compiling it with Stephon Diggs and Keenan Allen, I might just need to calm down a little bit because I'm not gonna lie. After last week's loss, trades started to come into my mind, and I fucked myself in the past with trades. I have 100%, and so I know whenever I get trades from certain individuals, I better take a real good look at it because I get it.
Hey, don't talk about
Everybody.
me like that.
No, it's not. No. Not you, bro.
I'm just joking.
But anyway, back to the game. I think it's going to be a good one. Again, I'm not confident just because off of previous years, but I will say that I feel like this year my offense is a little bit more explosive than what it's been in the past 2 years. It's just my defense. And I know that if you look at Yahoo and you look at my weaknesses according to Yahoo, they're going to tell you that I'm weak at QB, I'm weak at running back. With that, I'm not taking the running back weakness. I'm taking that with a grain of salt only because of the discussion we had a couple weeks back where we had all agreed that the league is turning into more of a passing league than
Receiving league. Yep.
And so I get the Yahoo saying that my running backs are weak, but
I don't see it.
I'm not really worried about it, bro.
You got Ramondre Stevenson and Alvin Kamara. They said they were weak at the beginning because Kamara was out for those first 3 weeks, I believe. But if they're still saying it's weak, I don't believe so. Ramondre, he might not be putting up the numbers that you want him to put up right now, but I think that's just due to Mac Jones' play, having to play from behind and having to pass 100%. The ball all the time. That's what's caused the Ramondre's reduction in points, I guess you would say. What's up, Mr. Hammerhead?
I will say that the one thing that I do regret is a little bit, and I'm trying not to be too hard on it because my gut tells me that Charbonnet, who I just traded to Ben, is going to go off, bro. Like, he's going to get his look.
You traded the backup running back for Seattle?
Huh?
And you traded that backup running back, Zach Charbonnet or whatever his name is?
But this is why, right? I traded him and Breida because Breida ain't going to do shit. You know what I mean? He ain't done shit.
Now he's your backup to Barkley.
Right. And Charbonnet was the one that I was more concerned about. But he traded me Josh Reynolds. And it was hard for me not to take Josh because I already have.
Yeah, he's been a nice little flex receiver these past couple weeks.
Right. And their receivers, are injured right now. And I have Jared Goff, who I haven't played yet this year. But when I do play him, it'll be a nice little handcuff to have him and Josh line up together. You know what I mean? So that's kind of why I did that one.
You better hope Amon-Ra St. Brown is out this week because that'll help you out because Jameson Williams is back. And now that Jameson Williams is back from his suspension, that might cut into Reynolds' playing time.
That's true. That is true. However, I've been seeing where the coach.
Did she switch the name and everything? I didn't even know that. She done switched the name and everything for John, man. I'm over here like, what?
I'm good like that.
We had a takeover.
Pam,
I've got a shirt over here I got to make. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much for your help as co-host today. That was much appreciated. Thank you.
Not a problem.
Thank you for filling in for John.
I tried.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta take that off. Too much glare.
All right, well, I got a little good news for Miller over here. Points forced this year, you have put up 1058.48. Points forced for Chris this year, 960.50.
I mean,
So you're about 98 points above him, 98.02 points above him in points right now,
I mean,
scored. But
if I
here's the
believed in Santa
downfall to that.
Claus,
Here's to
if
that
I belie-
downfall to that.
okay, go ahead.
The downfall to that is you have given up 1,193.38 points,
Everybody
and
has their best game.
he's only given up 1,141.40 points. So
You know how in years past we've talked about matchups are everything, dude.
yes, they are.
I cannot play my team any different. You go back and look at every week that I've played, and look at the players that I've had play, and they've put up. I mean, they haven't put up the numbers, but my bench wasn't putting up anything either. So I'm playing. I'm playing the players I need to play. It's just they're playing the players they need to play, and they're going off whenever they play against me.
It's like it doesn't help if we're both playing the players we need to play, and their players are doing a little bit better than mine.
Right, bro.
I mean, look at my week, dude. I had Amon-Ra St. Brown on the bench this week because he was out for injury. So
Right.
I'm thinking, okay, I got replacements for that because I have Cameron Sutton or Cortland Sutton. Sorry, I've got Cortland Sutton. I've got Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
I've got Deebo Samuel. I've got good receiver Mike Thomas. I've got all those receivers that I'm like, okay. Mike Thomas, he puts up his normal points right above 10 points. Not above 15, but right above 10. He puts up his normal points. Deebo Samuel, he's back. He didn't put up his normal points. He put up 10 points. Neither one of my running backs hit 10 points. Whoa. That was like, there he is. All right. Neither one of my running backs hit 10 points at all. They hit like 11 points between the two of them. James Conner went injured on me. And then my freaking Cortland Sutton, who has not put under 10 points all season, puts up 2.30 points. He's literally had above 11 points or more in all 4 games this year, and then last week takes a shit on me. Like it was just been, it was a rough fall, man. And Sean was like, "No, I'm not gonna have it. I'm gonna leave my best player on the bench with 39 points, and I'm still gonna whoop your ass with 40 points."
I got caught overthinking. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas is coming back. Oh my God!" So
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
all the carries are going to be gone, and Zach Moss ain't going to do shit. Guess what? Zach Moss put up 30 freaking points
on your bench.
And then, of course, I rode too long on the old Jordan Love train, so that come back to bite me. So, we're going to go with Joe Burrow. Made a couple moves just in case.
Yeah.
I like the upside of picking up Bryce Young.
I seen that. Good.
Hey, you can have him, brother. You can have him. After watching him the first 4 weeks, I was like, man, if C.J. Stroud's doing better than him, I wasted a pick on this motherfucker.
Well, listen.
I should have took Stroud. What the fuck is that?
I had seen an article at lunchtime talking about how the Panthers pretty much threw a lot more in Bryce Young's lap as opposed to the other rookie, like C.J. Stroud. They asked him to do more than what C.J. Stroud.
I don't blame him. He was the number 1 pick. You expect him to come in and do everything.
But look what they didn't put around him.
Oh, weapons? Yeah. Yeah, you went and got Thielen. And don't get me wrong, Thielen's a great receiver, but Thielen is not a breakaway receiver by no means. And then you got, what's the other guy's name? Terrence Marshall Jr. He hasn't lived up to being drafted. He hasn't lived up to him being drafted a couple years. Jonathan Mingo's still a rookie, so I'm not even going to throw him in there. DJ Chark. DJ Chark, ever since that injury in Jacksonville, he hasn't been the same, honestly. And who's the other one? There's one more. Chenault.
Yeah.
Same thing with him. Ever since his rookie season, he really hasn't done anything.
No,
so it's
he hasn't, but I will say this.
He hasn't had the opportunity.
Chenault should be there should be eyes kept on Chenault because these past 2 weeks, he's been getting a lot more playing time. Well, and I'm telling you, they're using him as a running back and a receiver. They're using
him as a Cordell Patterson.
He has those Deebo Samuel type.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
That's why Jacksonville took him. So
real quick, because I got to get off of here. One last thing I wanted to input on the game is I know you guys noticed that whenever JJ went down, Mr. Powell, number 4, ended up on my roster.
Yeah, I seen it real quick.
Yeah.
So
because I went to go do the same thing, and I was like, "Damn it, Miller's lives in Minnesota. I should have known he did this shit already."
so what's crazy is I put him on my watch list, and I almost added, and I'm like, "Hang on a second, they got one other receiver. I know they have one other receiver on their depth chart. It's Naylor, but I didn't realize. I forgot he got put on the IR.
Yeah,
Naylor was the one that was supposed to step in for JJ whenever he went out because him and Cousins built a great relationship during the offseason. And he was actually slated to be out there with
the number 3.
JJ. Yeah, he was going to be over Osborne.
Yeah. Yep.
So I picked up Powell, and with that little bit of information, he is going to get playing time this week. I'm hoping it pays off, man. If that one pays off, I could lose to Chris. Seriously, as long as that one pays off, then I'll be a little bit more confident going into the next week. See, I started to panic a little bit, but then I forgot we got an extra game this year.
Yeah.
So I
we still got 14 games.
They went to 17 games, right? Or did they go do that last year?
Yes, it's been like that, but we don't play week 18. That which would be the championship week.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We do our championship.
Oh, we didn't change it, right?
No, we didn't change it because remember, the teams, some teams that are balling out bench their players during that last week for the playoffs. Yep. To rest them for the playoffs. And we don't want to have that as an issue during our championship week.
That's right.
But we did add a game. We added the game last year.
Mm-hmm.
It went from 13 games a season to 14 games a season.
Bro, understand, I was stressed the fuck out last year. I don't even remember what my record was, bro. I'm not even playing. Like, I was in autopilot because of all the shit that I had happening personally. So I didn't even know that we added that game last year.
Yeah, it was last year we added it because the season went up. And that we went from 13 games a season, where it was we had 13 games a season, and then week 14, 15, and 16 were the playoff, and championship.
Gotcha.
Now it's all the way till 14, and then 15, 16, and 17 are the playoff, and championship.
Gotcha.
And we thought about doing it. We thought about doing it till week 18 and giving us an extra week 15. But we've seen that it's the same way it was with week 17. There are teams that are benching star players during that week 18 to have them saved ready for playoff time. So since we've seen that, we were like, you know what? We're just going to keep it at the 14 game regular season with the regular 3,
Yeah, that makes complete sense. And with that being said, I don't want to lose to Chris. I don't. But I'm really trying to keep my cool with my team because in the past I have ran around like a chicken with my head cut off whenever I like week 3 or week 4 and I'm still not getting those wins that I need, and really that championship year spoiled the shit out of me, bro, because like now if by week 3 I'm not 2-1, my mind immediately goes crazy, you know what I mean? And I'm like, who can I trade? What can I trade? So
what can I do to fix this?
Right. I feel like I can't really do much more offensive wise, but maybe on the defense, but nobody's really trying to trade defensive players. You know what I mean? So, and I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. So this league it's a tough one, man. I really love this league. I hope to God nothing ever happens to it. Not just because the majority of the people in here I grew up with at some point or another, but because hell, we're all competitive, man. We take this shit
Hey,
as serious
we're
as
always
what
in
you
it to
should
win.
take a fantasy. Yeah, dude. Like I love it, bro. So with that being said, y'all have a great night. Go Kush Crushers, and we'll see what happens.
You say go Kush Brothers. I love it.
We'll see what happens.
Good
Go,
night, brother.
go.
It was funny. So earlier, wait, hold on. So earlier, whenever Ben jumped in, one thing I wanted to mention was, you know what the shitty part of it was? There was only one GM on the whole damn crew on the TV screen that even won last week, and it was her.
Yeah.
Hey.
All four of us fucking lost. It was
All
like,
of us
oh my
lost, yeah.
God.
Ain't no winners over here today. Not on this. Only
We're in the
ten.
Hey.
Only
right
10.
now, okay?
Hey, on a side note, if y'all do an after show discussion,
Right.
let me know. Shoot a text, man, because I'll hop in on that. I just got to get in and get
No,
some
you're good,
food
man.
and shit.
I don't think I'm gonna do it, man, because I'm starving. Like I said, I was running late for this show. I didn't get home till 7:07.
Y'all
I was
yeah,
on the
you got
toilet. I was on the toilet when I made the show. Like I was like, shit.
Oh,
Now I'm ready to eat. Now I'm ready to
the part
eat.
about it is,
You got your notes in your pocket.
I had the intentions right here. I had everything.
Give me some scissors, Creel.
I had everything.
All right, well, y'all have a great night. And,
You too, brother.
Hey, I'm sending my best wishes to your mom and granny. All right, I heard about the
I
fall,
appreciate that.
so please
Thank you.
keep me informed. I'm sure she'll be all right, hopefully. But yeah, I'd like to be let know what's happening there. Cause,
You know, brother. You know I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
All right. Peace,
Have a
y'all.
good night,
Have a good
man.
night.
All right, man.
Yep.
Well,
Scissors.
Woo. Scissors.
And now
we're
it's
at the end of the show. I mean, I'm hoping to win against friggin'
Whoever you're playing, right?
shit, I forgot. Sin Eaters. I'm hoping to beat Sin Eaters. I'm sure Hammerheads is hoping to beat Crimson Elephants. I know Angels is hoping to beat Orange Crush. I know Kush Crushers is hoping to beat Bucks Live. I know Sin Eaters is hoping to beat Dragons. I know it's all vice versa everywhere.
I can't think of anybody that's going, man, I hope I lose to so and so tonight. You know? Just don't think it's gonna happen.
Dude, I am still in awe of how Chris is in last place right now, man. I'm like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me.
Oh,
like,
and there's one other thing.
He's only missed the playoffs one time.
Yeah.
Me and you are the only two teams, I believe, in this league that has made the playoffs every year.
Yes.
And he's the only team that has made the playoffs every year but 1 year.
Yes.
And then everybody else has been like tossing around spots.
But there was one other thing that I noticed over this past week. That I want our GMs to be extremely excited about. In our league, we don't have no wait time on picking up people.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We
No
don't have
waivers.
Holdover. There's no.
You ain't gotta wait till Wednesday and then hope to God that your waiver is high enough to get that player and nobody else is thinking about it.
Yeah, there's no waiver crap. And so if somebody pulls a stupid move like dropping a player
like Bryce
has a lot
Young
of value, and you go to pick them up, you can get them right away.
Immediately. You ain't gotta wait 2 days on the waiver to go through and then grab him.
Right. In our other league, we have to make sure we're in the right place in our waiver wire.
Yeah.
That is frustrating, dude. Somebody dropped Kyle Pitts. I had him selected in the thing. He got picked up by another team. More than likely, a team had a better record than me. But guess what? There it was.
I was on that list trying to get him too, man. I got like 3 tight ends in that league, and I was like, Njoku, goodbye. Kyle Pitts, come on down. Like, shit.
Who was so high? They said, you know what? I
Yeah,
think I'm
hey,
going to
man.
drop
The
Kyle
problem is he's not getting the PT right now. Arthur Smith you got to understand, he's got chemistry with Jonnu Smith. So Jonnu Smith is the one that's getting the touches right now. Atlanta's not utilizing him the way he should be utilized. Honestly, Atlanta needs to trade him.
Blows.
Atlanta should trade him, honestly. They should trade him to somebody who's going to utilize him properly.
So check this out.
Carolina, I know Bryce Young would utilize him, but they got Hayden Hurst, so I don't know why they would need him.
My glasses.
I can't see.
He needs his glasses too.
I feel like fucking Ray right now. So hold on. You're wanting glasses that I can't even see.
Damn, we kicking off already?
A light.
Damn, it's kick off already.
One of the most uneventful moves that was made over the past week in NFL, Van Jefferson got traded to Atlanta.
To Atlanta? Yeah.
What the fuck good is that going to do when you've got receivers you can't even get the ball to right now?
Exactly. You can't even get Drake London and Kyle Pitts the ball. What the hell makes you think you're going to be able to get Van Jefferson the ball?
You've got a possession receiver like Mac Hollins, who all he's missing is targets.
Yep.
He's a good receiver.
And that's another thing. Same thing with Miami. Y'all went and got Chase Claypool from Chicago for what? You got Waddle and Tyreek Hill already taking up all your damn touches, especially, I mean, he might get a little couple touches now that Devon Chain's out.
All you did was open up the potential for disruption in your locker room over a guy who is, look, if he couldn't hang on at Pittsburgh, then you know something's wrong.
Yeah, because Mike Tomlin, yeah.
They do not like to get rid of people in Pittsburgh.
No.
So,
but I think that's changed. I think that's been changing in the past couple of years, man, in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Well,
you know, I mean,
they're holding on too long.
They got rid of all their receivers. They got rid of Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Claypool.
Yeah.
What was the other one's name? There was another one they got rid of too, but they picked up Deontay Johnson and George Pickens. So I mean, it's not like
they're not doing anything to support the front.
Oh, line. Hamilton. No, not Hamilton. Washington. James Washington. That was the guy's name. He's over in Dallas now, or he was in Dallas. I don't know if he's in Dallas anymore.
If he is, he's practice squad, I think.
Yeah, I think he got released in the preseason. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I'll even look it up. I got the players. I got right here. Washington. He is he's got to be on the practice squad because it says he's on Dallas, but he's NA. So
yeah. More than likely, he got brought in.
He's practice squad.
But yeah, so I mean. There's a lot of things. So, but no, that going back to what we were talking about, I was talking about earlier with Bryce Young. You know, if they do more to try to help the guy out, because the Panthers are another team that did not help their front line. The front line's kind of trash. They didn't really put any weapons around them. You know, their running game.
I mean, they brought in Chark, they brought in Thielen. They thought that was going to be enough.
Yeah, well, and also
they thought Chark was going to, they thought Chark was going to be the deep man, and Thielen was going to be that, that all over the place man.
Right.
And then they brought in Mingo during the draft, thinking that was going to help. Terrence Marshall hasn't been nothing since he got drafted. Like, I don't even know why he's still on the roster. Honestly, I think Chenault should have been the number 3 receiver.
He's one of the worst ones to come out of LSU, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
he really ain't done anything.
And it's funny, he's with Chark. Wasn't he like a freshman when Chark was a senior or something like that?
Oh hell, I don't even remember. Did DJ Chark?
Chark played 4 years in Jacksonville, and then 2 years in 2 or 1 year in Detroit. I can't even think about Chark now. Shit, holy crap!
I know.
DJ Chark. DJ.
Hand me the
DJ Chark. No, not his time, minus stats.
The wiener, the iron. What do you need? The iron?
yes. The iron.
Okay. Let's see if we can find the iron. Hold on a minute. We've got the
Get what for this? For what?
DJ Chuck. Now I'm gonna have it stuck in my head. Thanks, dude. Where did it go? Here's the iron. Here's the iron.
Over here. Nope, I'm right here.
Okay,
Gotta go over
this
here.
is his 6th season in the league.
Right.
This is Terrence Marshall's 3rd year in the league. Right?
I think so. Yeah.
So that would have made Chark a senior when Marshall was a freshman.
Froshman, yes.
Yeah, he played 4 years with Jacksonville, 1 year with Detroit, 1 year, and this year with Carolina.
Uh-huh.
What's the next color? After purple.
What? Red?
Purple, red, blue.
Okay, sorry. So yeah, I mean it's just well they and they also brought in what's his name? What's that running back that came from Philly? Miles Sanders.
Sanders, yeah.
But without a front line, of course, it's kind of hard to run the ball.
Yep.
And they had Hubba Chubbard or Chubber Hubbard or Hubba Bubba.
Yeah, this is Terrence Marshall's 3rd year.
Yeah.
Okay, that's crazy. Yeah, it's just been rough for that offense. That's why I dropped him. I was like, man, they're not going to beat they're not going to beat Indianapolis in Week 9. Like, I don't believe they. Indianapolis has the better defense. They got the better offensive line. They got the better offensive running backs. The better offensive receivers. They got who? Josh Downs, Michael Pittman.
Yeah, they got Florida man.
Alec Pierce.
They got Florida man quarterbacking right now since
yeah, they got Florida boy.
No, Florida man.
Florida man, yeah. Actually, he's not from Florida. He's from.
I understand that, but he just.
But yeah, they got Gardner Minshew up there.
Yeah.
Starting this week.
Minshew.
I just can't believe that my team's not for fucking performing, bro. I mean, I got Debo Samuel and Amon St. Brown as my top 2 receivers.
I know.
And then I got Thielen, Thomas, Sutton, Rondell White, Najee Harris, Zay Jones. Like, none of these motherfuckers putting up in this. Like, what the fuck, bro?
Wait. I don't even know if that was legible words you just said.
It was some Beavis.
Having issues after that one. Wow. But
even my running backs, man, like Kyron Williams was going off those first couple weeks. You trade Cam Akers away, and then he's like, "No, I'm not doing it anymore." Like,
I'm not gonna be the only one back here running.
You're like, what the fuck, bro? Like, bro, you just got the starting job, and then you decided you ain't gonna do it anymore. Like, what the fuck, bro?
John, I need that exact
I don't know. It's just the whole consistency thing, man. You know,
Exactly, man.
trying to find consistency here. I thought I was doing good. I'm like, man, Zach Moss is going out of this world. Maybe the Colts will trade Jonathan Taylor Thomas, and we'll be able to go on, and Zach will take over. No. We're going to sign JTT to a big deal, and
we're not going to give him the ball. And we ain't going to give him the ball.
I don't know what we're going to do because, well, no, I mean, I get it. Yeah, that was
the first week back. Yeah.
Granted, I thought JTT would have been a little bit more prepared to carry the ball.
Now he know the playbook. That was them just trying to ease him back in.
Yeah, I mean, why? I would have been all right, big boy. You wanted all the money? Here you go. Let's go.
Yep.
It's like
Get on the field. I
just
think
like we were
I
just
think it'll
talking
be
about.
that way. I think it'll be that way this week.
Well, I mean,
Unless if they're on a bye, then it'll definitely be like it next week. But if they're not on a bye, I think it'll be like that this week. He'll get the majority of the touches this week.
it's one of those deals like you were just saying about Bryce Young. Hey, you're number one pick. You got to do all this, and apparently that's not the best way to do it because poor guy's still trying to transition with no help.
Yes, so. I would have brought him along slower as well, especially when you brought Andy Dalton in. I mean, you can put Andy Dalton in for the first 4 games and see how things are going, and then be like, "Oh, hey, Dalton's doing good. Let's keep it rolling." Hey,
Well,
sit back here and learn, buddy. But I mean, I know you drafted him the first overall pick, so you want to get him on the field as quick as fucking possible.
Yeah,
but you gotta fucking let him learn. Growth. You gotta let him learn. Those 2 months of preseason or training camp, he ain't learning the whole playbook. He ain't learning everything.
He is going through. You might be going through a quarter in the preseason, and that's about it. Exactly. Game time. And then you may not even be playing starters whenever you get on the field.
Exactly.
So, I mean,
we've backup people.
Like over the years, we have seen way too many quarterbacks pretty much have their growth stunted by being thrown in a little too soon.
Oh yeah,
that was the same crap
Blake Bortles, Blaine Gabbert. I mean, Jacksonville did it fucking like 3 times in a row, bro. Like shit.
And at the end of the day, one of the best quarterbacks they had was started out as a backup guy with David Garrard. And same way with Mark Brunell. Mark Brunell had sat and played in Green Bay behind Favre and everything else, and then got moved over whenever
he got the expansion draft.
Yep.
And I remember that.
So he had time in a system to actually try to adjust.
Yep.
Everybody can pick it up day one. So I mean, I don't know.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. I don't.
Does Travis Kelce get that reception, or does Noah Gray get the reception? Travis Kelce caught the ball. He took 2 steps and then turned around and flipped it back to Noah Gray. It was like one of them hook and ladder passes.
Yeah, that's stupid.
But he took off like 2 yards and then he just turned around and then he turned around and flipped it back. So he gets a reception for no yards, right? He just gets the reception. He don't get the yards. Gray gets the yards, right?
Pretty much.
Well, I'm glad I ain't got Kelce. I'd be pissed off right now.
Yeah, I think David's got Kelce.
Yeah, he does. And Kelce with another catch. All right. Well, it's been another week of Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report.
A very odd week at that. So, anyway.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week, man. Hopefully I'm off a little sooner next week, but
all right.
I didn't get to do the banner or anything. I was like, oh, man.
Yeah, well, at least you were on time, so.
No, I was behind schedule too. Well, we didn't start the show until like fucking 16, 17 after, so we were behind.
I was on there waiting on you.
I was in the bathroom. You ain't gonna get me on there on the bathroom.
I just let you know I was there.
It's like, hey, everybody, welcome to the show.
Welcome to Thunderdome Fantasy Weekly Report.
It would have been like WWE style.
Bloop. Bloop.
Yeah, brother.
And what a week it is. Anyway, guys, we'll be back next week for week 6 results and week 7 matchups. Until then, peace.